Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Yano One Show. I am Yano One, and today's guests I have the pioneers, the dons, the pillars of PE hip hop from the Stevens Music Foundation. We're looking at Sherano Stevens, and we got Chezzy here with me. How are you guys feeling?
Honored to share space with the prolific, the great.
Yes,
I
sir.
know your name.
Yes, sir. I'll take that one.
How are you, my brother?
I am doing great. Thanks you guys for
man.
pulling through.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna have a nice conversation. You guys are fresh from Cape Town, Paarl. Sorry, from the Western Cape, from Paarl off. Did you guys even go to Cape Town, or you were just in Paarl?
I think we were in a few places. We landed in Paarl.
Mm-hmm.
Then we stayed over in Wellington.
Yeah.
For that first day, went to the show, and then we spent our last night in Parow.
Yes, in
Hello.
Parow.
Which would be in Cape Town,
Okay.
technically.
Technically.
But we were there. We were a little
How was
bit
the
there.
event? I saw the photos.
Ja,
A lot of
was
people were
baie,
smiling.
Ons kwaai geweest, ons het baie experience opgebou, like baie pointers op
Ja.
wat ons gevat het
Mhm.
om te apply even op by ons awards events. En het was kwaai net om in general die mense te meet, like,
Yes.
soos het was honored om Caden Lewis.
Yes.
Ek kan
Ja.
alleen doen basically sell dan ons is die CEO's van die awards en we doen die planning en alles goed. So was kwaai, maar I would meet and even Sky's the Black, even I mean it's funny in the
Sky's the
real
Black.
life. bro.
Yeah.
And so it's basically, it's like, van mij was het like Caden Lewis, is Sherano Stevens and PE.
Yeah.
Keister Black is Chezzy of the North.
Yes.
So it's like, ons niet doen zelf, maar
Yes.
je kan bestaan.
Oh, you saw a lot of it. You saw a lot of yourself in there.
Yes.
Nah. Look. It was just from my side. It was a great experience.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the group that we actually took up. So what had happened was.
Who did you guys take up before we go? Who did you guys take up?
We
shout them out.
we shout out Miss Bubbles.
Yes.
Shout out Gorik Bok de Ivory,
Yes.
Shout out the General.
Bars.
Bars the General, and
Yes,
then
sir.
Yo Six.
Yes,
We actually, this year we actually hooked up with Six, and how that happened was last year. We actually reached out to the PHE Awards. Vice versa. Rano can tell that story a bit better, but we basically collaborated
Yes.
at the PE Hip Hop Awards with the PHE Awards.
Yes.
And on our bucket list, it's always been one of those things where we would actually physically go down and meet with our partners.
Yes.
So that was very nice. But one of the terms of the collaboration was, guys, whoever you choose or whoever wins your male artist of the year.
Yes.
So there was a few categories, and Rano can elaborate on those. Those guys will then automatically be finalists
Yes.
in the PHE Awards, which was very dope, because when you look at the PHE Awards, they've got a very stringent, a very strict selection process. They go
Yes.
through obviously your nominations, then there's public votes, they have a gala event, then finalists gets chosen, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So for our nominees
Yes.
or our winners to actually get nominated, that was dope, and we got the privilege of actually taking them
Nice.
down there. That was dope.
That was
yeah.
dope. The winners. What was your favorite? Who was your most deserved winner? Do you think there was like one that stood out at the awards?
Van my kant dink ek almal wat gewen het,
Yeah.
het deserve.
Mm-hmm.
Van myne wat wel deserve,
Yes.
was wel wat en hy's al een wat te hoor hy's toe gebring het wat hy
Ja.
gerepresenteer het. Shout out Yo Six.
Yo,
Swag.
swag.
So Six het 'n award gewen as
Producer?
Beat maker.
Beat maker of the year.
Yes. So hy beat maker of the year gewen. Hy is currently 2-time champion
Yes.
by die PE Pop Awards in PE.
Mhm.
So hy actually die eerste ene gewen.
Yes.
En die tweede ene, onze tweede award, so die
Ja.
tweede keer hy gewen. En die
Ja.
derde weer in Paul weer die ander gewen. So basically, ek en Kaiden het begin het sit laas jaar.
Ja.
Net is net voor die awards en ons het begin het sit en ek het like emails gestuur
Ja.
like, om te collab. So ons het daai besluiting ons aan collab. So ons het mekaar emails gestuur en dan wat ons verwag van mekaar of roles en al die goede. So hy het gesê like male artists en female artists van ons wenner van 2024
Ja.
gaan automatically genomineerd raak en hy gaan nou teen die finalists is
Yes.
by hulle awards. So Six het actually homself om brein gebou. So uiteindelik het gebou te raak because of
Yes.
male en female artists.
Yes.
Maar dat het ook opgestel dat ander mense ook van die genomineerd raak en net om 'n puntjie by te sit ook rap sit nie was
Ja.
ook samen.
Yes.
In spirit van
Yes.
hy was
Yes.
actually moes gaan werk so hy was ook genomineerd daarbo.
Ja.
Album of the
Shout
year.
out Rap City vir album of the year.
Ja.
But anyways, net om terug te kom na die topic toe met ons over die eie agreement gekom.
Yes.
So die jaar gaan dan hulle male en female artists gaan dan automatically finalists by ons awards so. En dan kyk ons ook dan ook as possibility dat ons ook dan die deure gaan oop vir nog nominees sekere categories by
Categories,
ons vir hulle om deel te wees. So there was a like experience this was quite so eyes.
That was good.
No.
The tips that you found out when you guys were there, the live streaming was very good.
Very
There was
good.
a nice add-on.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was going to be a live stream.
Yeah.
And that well as well.
Yeah, no. Look. If anything, our trip was very educational. We were very deliberate. We were very intentional with us going down the, especially as the foundation,
Yeah.
because we wanted to experience, we wanted to see, we wanted to absorb, we wanted to learn.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And what makes it very quiet was the fact that we were amongst family men.
Yes.
Because the PHE and the public, the PHE awards and the P Hip Hop awards is basically one entity. You know what I'm saying? So for us, but they also did their fifth installment of it now.
Yes.
We are now approaching our third, so they have a whole lot of experience in that space. And what we could gather and what we could learn was from all the mistakes that they have experienced and the backlash in previous years and so on. So shout out Caden Lewis, shout out Shante, Keister, everybody involved, guys. Thank you for educating us. But we could see firsthand what their struggles were versus what actually went very well. But I must say everything was fluid, my brother.
Yes.
From where we were sitting, the setup. They are now so seasoned that we arrived at an empty hall, and that whole setup we joined hands and we helped a bit.
Yes.
But it didn't look like a whole lot of effort. Although I'm not diminishing or not taking anything away because we weren't behind every scene.
Yes.
But that was a whole educational experience. And to answer your question from my side, if I look at the winners, no, everybody was really a deserved winner.
Yes.
They used the poll system. And from what I gather, some of the votes came in very close. So it could have easily have swung PE's way also when it comes to female artist of the year, male artist of the year. We were nominated for album of the year, beatmaker. That one we brought them.
Yeah, we brought them.
But it was very and for me one of the highlights was we were welcomed and embraced by the greater fraternity as family men.
Yes.
It wasn't like take the Don Dadas and Pangis of the world and so on. They immediately recognize Sherano and it's normal people.
Yes. You saw the human in
Ludwig. And I can't get myself to call Ludaji and that's so in me. But I regard that young man.
Yes.
We spent a little time together, but it was so profound that that conversation sticks by me.
Yeah.
He won four big awards on the night. You know what I'm saying? Well deserved.
Yes.
But we were amongst our peers. We were amongst normal people, artists, and I must say that Afrikaans hip hop in general right now, for whoever thinks that it is not in a good space, I think again very often.
Sorry, we got to meet Fadil Adams as well.
Fadil Adams also
Fadil Adams was there.
From what's him? The
NCC, the president of the NCC. So what happened there? So just a little story there. Now so at some point Sherano was called up to Then they did, Keister did a interview with him on stage, and obviously he did his thing, spoke on the foundation and what we're doing this side. And during the break,
Yes.
Keister came over and he said, "Hey, Chez, would you mind if I do an interview with you too?" And what?
Yeah.
So at some point, I was also called up on stage and
Yeah.
I was asked one question, and me being me, yes, yes,
What did you say?
Oh,
Tika hour.
oh yeah.
Tika hour. Ik heb niet dat je tika hour.
You spoke a lot.
Ja, okay, let's do that. Okay, what says you but okay, but ik gewoon van een conversation. Allemaal was in me.
Yes.
Allemaal was letterlijk gefocust op wat dat sê dat gehangen
Yes.
self man. Selfs soos wat ek vind mense wat
Ja.
mense gaan en sê afkom te mense like wat ek kan sê maar dat was liefde because allemaal
Liefde, ja.
sê ek afkom van die steeds op en mense met mense like en ander wat van julle kan ek nommer kyk hoe kan ons deel op so
Ja.
dan is al mense nou op die interview
Ja.
staan wat hulle in kontak mee gemaak en
Ja.
ons kwaai men en dis dat sê self kom en vader Adams het persoonlik
Sis,
Yes.
that was a big moment.
Wat is naam?
Yes.
Die highlight van
Ja.
van my gewees.
Yeah, that was big. That was big.
So hier kom Vader Adams en hy is ons kalendero staan en hy kom van
Ja.
iemand sê en sê wie wat moet ek dankie man en so ja, was kwaai.
Because what I took the time to just share with the fraternity was how important it is for us to not mess up the bag, man. How important it is for us to work together. It's bigger
Yes.
than music, man.
Yeah.
This movement, us sitting here, my brother, is such a big part of what we are building here as
Yes,
as
sir.
a community, man. And I must salute and thank you also for your contribution.
Yeah.
But walking off stage for that man to come in and shake my hand,
Yeah.
that was a dope moment.
It was a dope moment.
And,
Is there another like music awards in Cape Town besides the PAL, besides the P?
Sover as ek weet, ken dit mense last time.
Yeah.
I don't know if the people is still active. But as ek dink as ene wat in die somewhere in die Vrystaat is dat mense wat I'm not sure.
In die
Maar
Vrystaat.
sover
Ja,
ek
but
weet,
there are-
No, but I mean
in the West
Cape Town.
Now in the Western,
Cape.
they had
I'm not sure.
at the time, around the time, if I remember the story right, and Kaden, forgive me if I'm telling it wrong, but around the time that the Public Health Entertainment Awards came into being,
Yeah.
there was somebody else who started out, but they were more in competition
Yes,
with,
yes, yeah,
with the
it's-
PHE.
Oh, okay.
But slowly but surely, I think that entity or that organization, they basically died out.
Yeah.
So right now, if you look at the Afrikaans scene, if you look at where we are, the two that basically stands out is basically the PHE Awards, and on our side, and I might be speaking under correction. All I know is we doing our thing this side.
Yeah.
At least for Afrikaans.
Yeah.
That's us.
There's no one else that collaborates with them as well, like George or
No.
someone
Ek
else.
sien al wat ek van weet hulle het 'n huge sponsor nou wat hulle gekry het en hy moet ek sê shout out to Potness en as 'n competition
Yes, I saw that advertisement, yes.
Cedric Laguma ne
Yeah.
is running a sponsorship with it
Keister Black too.
en
Keister too.
ja elke week 1000 vir die week ek dink is net week uit
Ja.
R1000 te weg is so ja as
Ja,
jy
ja.
is weer eens net besig met Potness
Dus man, dat is mijn advertising pot.
Ja.
Shout out Potness,
Potness,
alert.
Just send it sponsor money also, man.
But just for clarity, my brother, on your question,
Yeah, the Cape Town. Yeah.
the Cape Town scene includes the Western Cape.
Yes,
The way I
yes.
look at PHE, they cover the guys from Ceres, from Worcester, the whole wineland, the whole garden route.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, they even cover us. Hence,
Yeah.
you would see a Rhapsody being nominated.
Yeah.
So what I love about what Caden and them are doing, their vision is it's not just Western Cape.
Yeah.
It's really a broad national picture that they're having.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately that is our goal as well.
Yes.
We've been saying it, and I'm going to say it again. Our aim is not just to stick around here in PE as the PE Pop Awards. We really reaching out to, you know,
Yes.
to as far as we can take it. Man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because where our mense is that this is my thing,
Yeah.
and I know my brother shares my heartbeat. Wherever our mense is, man,
Yeah, yeah.
wherever a
Yes.
door is still closed for us,
Ons maak oop.
we going there to open it.
Yeah, yeah.
So salute us to everybody tapping in.
Yes.
Hence the Caden Lewis's, the Severiano Bullets of the world,
Yeah.
the Keister Blacks, the Magda Promoters, and whomever.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's just
Let me ask the difficult questions. The perspective from what people are saying, yeah, with people that don't get nominated that are big names. Like in Cape Town, some big names are not really nominated. Um, let's say Youngster CPT is not nominated or Early B is not nominated to the awards. Is it because they're not nominating themselves to the awards, or is because what's the disconnect there? Because it looks like those individuals don't really recognize
Nee.
or
Kyk
don't
wat
take it seriously,
kyk
or but they just disconnect themselves from the awards themselves.
kyk wat ek gaan met my experience
Ja, ja, no.
praat en ek gaan God's honestly gaan dit op 'n mooi manier sê en in stryd sê. Kyk soos ons almal weet, like soos early B, even hy's sign met Universal.
Yes.
Staan. En ek gaan dink net wat soms né. Ek gaan dit so stel. Soms doen ons mense, ons kleurling mense.
Ja.
Hulle as some mense probeer iemand is wat probeer uitreach.
Yes.
Hulle kan sê die beide en dit viel so anders. So al die beide probeer seker uitreach soos ek van die sekere mense by baie keer probeer help wat by een van die dag het jy so ek dink hy het miskien wat gemaak het dat hy because ek weet hy is weten
Yes.
dat PE Awards die is.
Yes.
But maybe as it omdat die scientist to Universal wat nie ken like join of so nie of dat
Ja, ja.
ons seker maar 'n invite moet stuur.
Yes.
But according to nominees, ek dink die is meer meeste net vir ons local artists.
Yes, yes.
Verstaan nie wat nog nie like signers en so nie. En ek dink dieselfde as wat gaan vir Cape Town. So basically, wanneer hulle dan sal instep, net sal ek dan sê as ek moet al die like wil part maak van die
Yes.
people sal ek dan raad hom part deel maak van die judging system. Verstaan nie because op 'n of ander manier hy man is een van die eerste. Even before youngster CPT.
Yeah.
Okay, youngster is meeste Engels en hy was stukkie Afrikaans. Hy was een van die eerste rappers, Afrikaans rappers wat het gemaak het. En ek ken niks van hom af wat.
Ja,
So
ja, ja.
is baie om van hom af te leer, verstaan.
Ja,
Ek sê dat die awards vir hom like klein of so nie, but ek dink net om hom in hy bracket te sit even verstaan nie.
Yeah. The reason
Maar het is belangrik wat ons soos hy moet die boy recognize because onthou binne wat dat ons is om met lees ons kleuring mense recognition te gee maar om hulle
Yes,
te sien jy maar jy weet.
Kan,
Maar ek gaan oordeel vir my broer,
Ja.
sê sy wat hy
look, this is also so this is there's two sides to the coin.
yes.
You get that scenario where you would want to honor a early B,
Yes.
a Cream Machine, a J-Bucks, those big names who's actually part of the foundation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We call them triple OGs. You know, you want to honor them and you actually want them to be a part
Yes.
of what we're building right now. And make no mistake, I know I've had a long conversation with Caden the other night. Well into the night and so on, and I can understand his heartbeat too. But there's two sides to the coin in this instance. You get the scenario. I know me and him had a long conversation last year whether or not to nominate,
Yes.
personally nominate
Yes.
certain big names.
Yes.
You understand? And we had our back and forth and we came to an agreement and so on, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna mention names, right?
Yeah.
But you would get the scenario and look, we're starting out now and we might still be seen as nothing and small and all of that, right? But then you would get the scenario where you would get rejected.
Yes.
So as the awards, for example, last year, we were publicly rejected by a big name.
Yes.
You understand? So it does
Publicly?
Publicly, yeah.
the guy that I won't
Yeah,
mention
Yeah.
but that was publicly so much so.
Hectic.
So much so, I strongly feel that um, if you're gonna humiliate me in public, you're
Yes.
gonna have to apologize in public
Mm.
before you get involved in my business. But anyway,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, we're also not gonna be petty about it, maybe because it's not about us. Also,
Yeah.
it's a bigger picture. But we are also not alone. Now, we are also part of a bigger body now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just me and Rano.
Yeah.
That's it's the Public Health Entertainment Awards also and so on. And the one thing that our organization stands for is respect,
Yeah.
mutual love,
Yeah.
unity. Those are the core values that we stand on in building a movement, opening an avenue.
Yes.
And Rano just mentioned the fact that Early B is already signed to Universal. I know Cream is already signed to Universal and so on. And no disrespect or much love to those guys. But at the moment, our primary focus is for the guys who doesn't have those opportunities
yeah.
yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
We don't want to drown those guys under under
The shape.
the presence and so on. And make no mistake, I'm not calling the Ludas, the Pengis and all of those guys small. On the contrary,
Yeah.
numbers don't lie.
No, they can't,
Those are big numbers.
Yeah.
What I love about what I'm seeing now, and just to answer your question, it is not us choosing not to nominate those guys or excluding those guys. No,
Yeah.
we have reached out.
Yeah.
Many a times we get rejected.
Yeah.
We're still dealing with backlash from that. What we are making very clear and what we think is very important now is for everybody to understand the core values and the vision of this organizations.
Yes.
We will not be disrespected also. So if you go on social media and you throw shade on the PHE awards,
Yes.
you're throwing shade on the public on the PE Pop awards as well.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say something about Sherano
Yeah.
being a that and a that,
Yeah.
don't expect love from me
Yeah.
or the organization. And people might
Sorry. Just to bring it in also.
Yeah.
Part of our agreement actually is
Yes.
also that if you are banned from PHE,
Yeah.
automatically you are banned from PE Awards.
Yeah.
So, as ons enigiemand die kan ben, dan die sien en vice versa.
Vice versa.
So, hy was een van ons agreements to
Yeah.
ons like probeer te lê dat ek kan kyk en doen. But sorry,
Yeah.
let me all
yeah, but yeah, know what we are not anti any artist.
Yeah.
We are not closing doors. We are
Yes.
not gatekeepers. We
Yes.
are not like he used a very strong word in ban now and so on. But when you are excluded, I will use the word excluded. If you are disqualified, in other words,
Yeah.
know that you did something very wrong that is against
Yes.
any organization has got the rules and certain protocols in place. Look at the SAMAs, look at the Oscars, look at any major award show.
Yes.
There's criteria that you follow. There's closing dates, for example, etc. Like right now, what I love about what Metro is doing now, every other hour you would hear openings for submissions for the awards, for the Metro Awards
Yes.
is open now. Meaning, if you, this is my interpretation,
Yes.
if you're not gonna submit your
Yes.
song or your submission to be nominated, then how can you expect to do so? So what we're saying is, and we go public, my brother. We're saying this is open season for the awards.
Yeah.
We are saying submissions should take place starting from this date. It ends on that date. Please make sure you submit. You use this platform, that platform, etc.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm not mentioning specifics now is because it might change this year, right?
Yeah, it might change.
So, but we give everybody enough time to participate, and then due process follows them.
Let me cut in with the process thing, because the reason why I asked the question is, if these big names are not participating, let me put it that way, if they're not participating in their own people's development in the music thing, where are they submitting to? And do they feel like they're being heard that side? Because I feel like if it's Afrikaans involved and it's being taken seriously, it's very whitewashed. for an Afrikaans awards.
Yes.
It's very whitewashed where they're submitting their stuff to.
Yes.
You understand? But on
I agree.
our side, they don't really take it any
Yeah.
point seriously. So if
Yeah.
it's an Afrikaans award, where else are you going to if it's not Cape Town or if it's not
Yeah.
PE
Yeah, bro.
awards? Where else do you have to go to? When it comes to even the South African awards, the South African Music Awards,
Yeah.
the big nationwide one,
Yeah.
there's not even South Afrikaans category
The
anymore.
summers, yeah, exactly.
There's
This
no
is
category.
nothing. So what we saying is, my bro, if we're not gonna have a table at the summers, if we're not gonna have a table at the metros, and not even, and I don't even want to go into the festivals, my brother.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we are bold enough
Yes.
to make this statement. I feel that we are. We are bold enough, guys, and I think we are a strong.
Yeah.
We are strong a nation enough to build our own festival scenes.
Yes, sir.
Our own. We have already started our own awards events.
Yes.
We can build our own stages
Yeah.
if we are going. If the mainstream is going to continue to marginalize and exclude us from certain events in certain spaces and blatantly undermining us. Because if you look at it, and shout out to Early B, his name came up a few times now. I think he's the only one that has won a Guma, in my view. I don't know about Simon Himmelbeersum and those names, but that is also the only recognized, I think, award that is given to people of melanated
Yes.
skin, I think. But I have never seen, you're right, I've never seen an Afrikaans artist win a Sama, man.
Yeah.
A Metro.
The category is completely off. The last time when I made the Rise of Afrikaans, if you watch that video, there is a point where I went to go look into
Word.
who the award winners were for the Afrikaans categories. And then in somewhere 2018, 19, the category completely disappeared.
Yeah.
So it's not even there anymore.
Yeah. Now you're
So
also,
Afrikaans is the only language separated strictly, or if it is categorized, it's categorized.
Yeah.
It's not Afrikaans is included in Rapper of the Year.
yeah,
But every other language,
yeah.
no matter what, Zulu, Xhosa, whatever, you will be in that category regard, and they won't categorize it as Xhosa Rapper
Yeah.
of the Year.
Kijk, want as dit ene wat ook eye-catching is, ook 'n vraag.
Yeah.
Het die enige music sender gesien op die DStv waar Afrikaans rap op 'n daily basis speel?
DSTV Afrikaans
besides it, but
device.
is that even-
No.
is that even the channel?
No.
There's no channel for us even to, as in the channel wants some music and something that to,
Yes.
some music with in a quality kijk Ziggy.
Mm-hmm.
I have music waar hy man gesien het even Luda en verstaan as baie net omdat hy uit te bring.
Yeah.
Ek het speel een van not on Trace, not on channel oh Africa, but on is a Rainbow Nation.
And
So nou my vraag is dan waar man, waar begin onze mense self en waar begin ons sê kyk like ons begin sê die tyd op ons self.
Ja.
Maar nou
Ja.
gaan jou kos om in te doen, gaan almal kos om in te doen,
Ja.
om te greep en sê ons al die kos kyk ons word genoteer.
Ja.
Ons het miljoen views.
Ja.
And look here, and that is the main thing. I have this philosophy: make enough noise,
Yeah.
build a big enough fire.
Yeah.
We will be so undeniable. You won't have a choice but to
Yeah.
acknowledge, but to see it.
Yes.
Make enough noise, and what you are doing now, Yano,
Yeah.
you are making noise, my brother.
Yeah.
Soon or later, in fact, the evidence is on the table.
Yeah.
You are being noticed, my brother. You understand?
Yes.
So it's only a matter of time when the funders,
Yes.
because I'm going to be unapologetic about it also, when you do come to the table and when you do acknowledge us now, because now we are undeniable, come with that checkbook.
Yes.
Come with a checkbook, because this movement,
checkbook.
this movement needs funding.
Yes.
But what I will say is, to come back to the channel that you just mentioned now, the channels in DSTV and whatnot. Guys, I posted or I reposted something that Jody Man posted earlier on,
Yeah.
where he gave flowers to his younger brother, who happens to be Reese Rowan. Shout out Reese Rowan. one of the hottest young bulls when it in the videography space. I mean, I'm sitting next to a master himself also. But what I'm saying is we have enough
Yes, we have
talent,
enough talent.
skill here, quality. If you look at the honor video, I had the honor, salute to the producer, that the guy that produced the honor video and,
Yes.
and the videographer spent some time in the very
Yeah,
BHE
it
Awards
was-
with
Yes.
those guys. You know what I'm saying? Salute us, Owens. It's a brilliant project. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? If you look at what Mac did with a lot of John Dries projects, and whoever, and even Reese Rowan, who suits a lot of the local content this side. Ashwin Christian has been around for ages. Ruan Boyson.
Ruan Boyson.
Look what he did with
The VG
with
and
the
Sean.
VG and Sean Dion. You know what I'm saying? There is no Julle maak my naar mainstream. Mainstream, julle maak my naar min because there is enough quality
Yes.
product out there
Yes.
from our brain Afrikaans mense that deserves a spot on kyk dit.
Yes.
That deserves a spot on, because not every song is also a gangster
Yes.
song. You know what I'm saying? There's some quality. If you look at Kapan,
Yes.
Kapan, and that would forever be my anthem for 2024. You know what I'm saying? What Sean Dion and the Vigi did in Klein School,
Yes.
of all places, immaculate, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Onthou het almal saam gesing met die event in Aarbaar by Peter.
You get
Ons
Yeah.
Kapan, ons. En dit was 'n tough crowd.
Yeah,
Aarbaar
it was
was
a
'n tough
yeah.
crowd.
But what I'm saying is there is enough.
Beautiful moment. Yeah.
I challenge the mainstream to point out to us why we don't deserve a spot at the festivals.
Yes.
I challenge the mainstream or any old head or any critic, gatekeeper, in
Yes.
other words,
Yes.
give us valid reasons why we don't belong at the table, man.
Yeah. That's a big
Guys,
one.
I'm jammer man as 'n man
No,
so
no, no,
warm.
that's a
Jammer
big-
as 'n man
that's a
so
big
warm
deal.
onder die kraag raak. But, you know, I'm passionate about
What's
this.
up, everybody? The interview between these two oaks was so heated that a part 2 had to be made. This time, though, I have these gents answering questions, pinning 2 of their favorite rappers together, and they only need to choose one. Check part 2 right here. Hope you enjoy. Before you go to the second one, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the second one. See you.